Welcome, welcome. This is DB Talking Now, DB Talking Birds, DB Talking Philadelphia Eagles. We are back. We are doing the live AFC live stream for the AFC Championship game right now. The Patriots versus the Denver Broncos. So let's go see how we can. Let's go ahead and get into this, see what's going on. It seems like the Denver Broncos are rolling down the field. They're already up 7-0. Jarrett Stidham, I will say, has proved me wrong. He's played great so far. So let's continue to see how this goes. My cat Bisbee making some noise. He's got a few opinions on the AFC Championship game right now. Jarrett Stidham up the middle to Denver's 42 for 8 yards. All right, here we go. 2nd and 2. Second and 2 at Denver's 42. About 5:06 left to go in the first quarter. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. Harvey up the middle to Denver's 45 for 1 yard. Man, if Denver takes a 14-0 lead to start off this game, I'd be very surprised. But so far, Denver Broncos have been controlling this clock throughout the first quarter. So they've been doing a really, really good job. Currently, Jarrett Stidham is 3 for 6 for 60 yards and a touchdown, while Drake May is 3 for 5 for 7 yards. Ugh. Not what I was expecting. All right, 1st and 10 at Denver's 44. Harvey up the middle to Denver's 45 for 1 yard. About 3 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Come on, Denver. Let's see. I honestly, I picked the Patriots. I picked the Patriots to win, but it would be kind of cool to see Denver make the Super Bowl. That'd be kind of cool. All right, 3rd and 9, about 3 minutes left to go. Come on, Denver. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right. Crawshaw punts 55 yards to the back of the end zone. Patriots are going to be getting the ball. That's the one thing that I will say that I didn't take into account when I made my predictions is how well Denver's defense actually has been playing as of late. So we'll see if they have the ability to keep it up against the Patriots team, because I mean that's the one thing about the Patriots all season long. They've been consistent on offense. I know it's only the first quarter, but yeah, that's the thing that we have to remember. It's only the first quarter. The Patriots can easily come back, easily take advantage of the inefficiencies of the Broncos defense and get things going. But we'll see what they can do from here on out. They are going to be getting the ball after to start the third quarter, so it's important that they get some successful drives going. But here we go, 1st and 10, about 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Come on, let's see if Patriots can get down the field and get a score. Currently, right now, it is 7-0 Denver Broncos over the New England Patriots in the AFC Championship game. Let's keep it exciting, guys. Let's keep it exciting. I will say that. There's one thing that I can say for sure about this year's playoffs is that each game has been really, really good, really exciting. With the exception of the Seahawks and the 49ers game, because that was just a complete blowout from the very beginning. But every other game has been very, very good. Oh boy. Travion Henderson took it for 4 yards, and then Drake May took a sack on second down for 9 yards. 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15 for the Patriots at New England's 15. My goodness. My Lord. Jesus Christ. Christ almighty. Cheese and rice. Love of all that's holy. Are we really going to see the collapse of the Patriots right here? Are we really going to see that the Broncos, expose the Patriots and Drake May? I don't think you can really expose Drake May. I mean, Drake May has shown that he has consistently had a second year as a pro. But, the one thing that you cannot overlook, though, is the experience of Sean Payton. They're both named Sean, What does it matter at that point? Maybe there's something about head coaches and offensive minds named Sean. Maybe the Eagles should try and find a guy named Sean to be their offensive coordinator. I don't know. You tell me if you think that that's a good idea. Couldn't tell you. Or maybe Ben. All right, 4th and 15. Behringer punts 43 yards to Denver's 42. Jesus. Giving Denver a short field, man. They're giving Denver a short field. So far, the New England Patriots are doing everything they possibly can to let Denver, walk away early with this game. Raisin Brand. Phenomenal. Not usually a big cereal guy, but Raisin Brand. Raisin Brand is good. Or Honey Bunches of Oats. Honey Bunches of Oats. I'm usually more of like if I'm going to make breakfast, it's going to be some eggs, maybe a little bit of steak in the morning. But it was a cereal day, so I chose Raisin Brand. All right, here we go. There's about 54 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Let's see what the Broncos can do. 1st and 10, Denver's 43. Here we go. If Jarrett Stidham comes out and plays like a stud, that's going to mean a thing or two for Tanner McKee. It's going to mean a thing or two for Eagles backup quarterback Tanner McKee. One, I don't think the Eagles are going to be able to get much for him just because he had an awful game against the Commanders in Week 18. But there's going to be some teams probably vying for Jarrett Stidham, if he comes out and plays well in the playoffs. Backup quarterback wins a Super Bowl. Nothing too unfamiliar to the Eagles. Nothing too unfamiliar to the Eagles. All right, McLaughlin up the middle to Denver's 46 for 3 yards. That's smart. Run it. Keep it going. Keep that clock going. I know it's only the first quarter, but if you can control the clock, that means everything. Everything. And that's almost in any game. I've heard a lot of reports that, maybe the Eagles should consider Doug Peterson to come back and be like an offensive coordinator or something like that. I wasn't a huge fan of Doug when he was the head coach. Yes, we won a Super Bowl, but he was like Nick Sirianni. He's like Nick Sirianni. Offensive scheme inconsistent, but was able to have it work for a year with a good offensive coordinator. All right, second quarter. Man, this game is kind of flying by. I will say that. It's crazy. It's kind of flying by. We're already in the second quarter of this game. Broncos up 7-0 over the New England Patriots. New England Patriots haven't really been able to get anything going on the ground or through the air. But Jarrett Stidham is playing a lot better than I gave him credit for. I will say that. So let's see. Let's continue to see what happens. Let's continue to see what happens. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, New England's 47. Here we go. Here we go. Like I said, I know I picked the Patriots to win this game, but I kind of secretly would like to. I always have a soft spot for the underdog. I will say that I have a soft spot for the underdog, and obviously, as we know, Bo Nix getting hurt last week, and kind of all week, kind of all season long, the New England Patriots being the more superior team, even though they both have similar records. You always kind of had that feeling that the New England Patriots were the better team in the AFC. Broncos coming into this game as a severe underdog. I would love to see them take a 14-0 lead early. That would be great. That would be awesome. Kind of want to see them go like, yeah, I think it'd be cool to see the Broncos go back to the Super Bowl. Just imagine Sean McVay versus Sean Payton, the battle of the Seans. The battle of the Seans. All right, 1st and 10. Jeff Stidham, pass short right to McLaughlin for 2 yards. Second and 8 at New England's 45. Let's see what they can do. Keep it rolling. Keep this thing rolling. All right, Jarrett Stidham pass short right to Cameron Sutton to New England's 40 for 5 yards. 3rd and 3 at New England's 40. Not gonna lie, I'm actually really impressed by how balanced Sean Payton keeps this offense. When Sean Payton was the head coach for the New England Saints, and he had Drew Brees at quarterback, like it was always such a like nerve-wracking matchup, to go against that head coach and that quarterback pairing. And Sean Payton has done a phenomenal job last 2 years as the Broncos head coach. Phenomenal job. Could the Eagles use a guy like Sean Payton as their offensive coordinator right now? Yes. Yes, they definitely can. They definitely could. All right, 2nd and 1 at New England's 26. They're moving it. They are moving it. That's for damn sure. I'm impressed. About 12-17 left to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 at New England's 23. Come on, Broncos. Put the pressure on. Score a touchdown. Make it 14. Make it 14-0. All right, 1st and 10. Harvey up the middle to New England's 21 for 2 yards. They're just keeping it balanced. They're keeping it really consistent and balanced, regardless of like some of these shorter runs. Jarrett Stidham scrambles left end to New England's 19 for 2 yards. Okay, we have a 3rd and 6. Third and 7, sorry, with about 11:01 left to go in the second quarter at New England's 20. Here we go. I like some of this little fancy background music. It's nice. It keeps me mellow. All right, Jarrett Stidham scrambles right end to New England's 14 for 5 yards. So it's going to be a 4th and 1. Denver takes a timeout. Looks like they're going to go for it. As they should. Like, you got to be aggressive in big games like this. Like, you got to go for it, on 4th and shorts and, 3rd, things like that. All right, here we go. Oh, they didn't get it. Jarrett Stidham, it passed incomplete, short right to Harvey. And that's one of those times where, you should wish that your team is, is capable of running the tush push. Why didn't you just run a QB sneak? Like, I honestly don't understand why teams don't run like the QB sneak more in short distances. And you can ask yourself, like, oh, well, maybe it's because teams have gotten better at defending it. Well, yes and no. I mean, you only need about 1 yard. Why don't you just do a QB sneak? Now, I might be a little biased because I have Jalen Hurts as my quarterback, but it's only 1 yard. And so far in this game, Harvey has been at least getting 2 yards. So probably the worst play call so far, I will say, by Sean Payton so far in this game. But hey, it's okay. Your defense is playing good. You have New England backed up at their 14. It's all right. It's all right. I'd be very surprised if New England doesn't get something going here. I would be very surprised. I'm very surprised so far. I know it's been only about a quarter and a half, but yeah, so far I'm surprised. I'm surprised with how this game has gone. But let's see. We got about 9 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 at New England's 14. All right, let's make this a game. Let's make this a game. Trying to follow along as best as I possibly can. I don't have access to the actual live game, but all right, here we go. Here we go. Another thing I didn't mention, by the way, as far as updates are concerned on the Philadelphia Eagles offensive coordinator search, Bobby Slowick is no longer in the running. He is taken off the board. He did sign with the Miami Dolphins. So I put up a poll after I found that information out. Is like, who do you think is next? Who do you think is next to go off the board as far as potential candidates for the Eagles is concerned? You know, what I mentioned this morning, or I mentioned this earlier, is that the Eagles did try and request an interview with Clayton Anderson, Cowboys offensive coordinator, but the Cowboys denied it. All right, so on 1st and 10, we have another Drake May sack for -3 yards. And then on 2nd and 13, Drake May pass incomplete deep left to Mario Douglas. Man, they are just not getting anything going. On 3rd and 13, they complete. Drake May pass deep right to Mac Hollins to New England's 31 for 20 yards. Man, what a name. What a name. The Eagles originally drafted Mac Hollins. I don't think that they should have ever let him go, to be completely honest with you. I thought he showed some good potential as maybe a fourth, a budding third wide receiver. But ever since he's gone to the Patriots, he's done some good things. I think he was with the Bills for a little bit too. Has been a decent wide receiver. He's definitely been a decent wide receiver for Drake May, that's for sure. All right, here we go. We got 8:36 left to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 at New England's 31. Let's see if New England gets something going here. Make this game a game. I know we have tons of time left to go, but so far very impressed with how this game has gone. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. I have a feeling this is going to be a great game. now with the way that it started. I predicted the Patriots to come out firing on all cylinders and kind of put the Broncos away early. But it doesn't look like that's how it's going to go. Looks like I have been proven wrong so far. And I honestly think that the Seahawks game is going to be a really great one later. I really do. And I think that the Rams are going to pull out victorious. All right, 3rd and 3 at New England's 38. Drake May pass short to Stephon Diggs for 5 yards after a Ramondre Stevenson run of 2. So now we have a 3rd and 3 at the 28. Or 38, sorry. Got to get those points. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge for the Patriots to get a touchdown here, because they do get the ball first to start the second half. They do get the ball first to start the second half. So if you can bookend these quarters with touchdowns, it's the best possible case scenario for you. All right, on 3rd and 3, Drake May was sacked again. Jesus. Is that 3 sacks already? On 4th and 3, Behringer punts 45 yards to Denver 17. Denver's getting the ball back. Man, they're just doing everything they possibly can to give Denver the opportunity to run away with this game. All right, 1st and 10, Denver 17, about 5:50 left to go in the second quarter. See what they can do. Let's see what they can do. I like this little beat, this little background beat. Very soothing, very nice. Keeps my mood lifted, keeps me feeling serene while I have to watch two teams that are not my own competing in the playoffs. Oh, man. Yeah, Sean Payton should let Stidham throw the ball deep a little bit more. I will say that. But I understand that they kind of got some sort of training wheels on him right now. So I mean, that's okay. That's okay. We'll see what he does. We'll see what happens in the second half. I'm sure if Jarrett Stidham leads him to another touchdown before the second quarter ends, that he's going to allow the offense to open up a little bit. But they're doing good so far. They're keeping it balanced. You know, they're taking their time. They're controlling the clock. The Broncos are doing good. The defense has been playing phenomenal. They've already sacked Drake May 3 times. Second quarter hasn't even ended yet. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. I'm not streaming this whole game. I'm only going to be streaming until about 2:25. I got things to do. All right, on 1st and 10, we got a 5-yard run by Ronald Harvey. But on second and 5, Jarrett Stidham passing complete short right to Cameron Sutton. 3rd and 5 coming up. At Denver's 22. All right, 3rd and 5, Denver's 22, 5 minutes, 9-12. All right, Jarrett Stidham pass short right to Marvin Mims, 5 yards. First down. 1st and 10 at Denver's 27, 5:09 left to go in the second quarter. Come on, Broncos. This is also an important drive for the Broncos because if they can take a 14-0 lead before the end of the first half, it still puts New England in a deeper hole. puts New England in a deeper hole. All right, McLaughlin left tackle to Denver's 33 for 1 yard. About 3:43 left to go in the second quarter. 3rd and 4. Denver's 33. Third and 4, 2:58 left to go. Denver 33. Man, they're really chewing up the clock. We're only an hour into this game, and the first half is already almost over. Whoa. Damn. Pass incomplete. Jarrett Stidham. Intentional grounding. 20 yards enforced. 4th and 24. That's what you get when you have inexperienced guys playing quarterback. Get a lot more intentional groundings. That's for sure. All right, here we go. Broncos are giving the Patriots every chance they can to get a touchdown before they get the ball in the third quarter. Let's see what Drake May and the Patriots can do. Got a lot of time. 3 minutes is a lot of time. Let's see what they can do. What do you think, Bisbee? What do you think, buddy? Okay. All right, here we go. Yep. Patriots about to get the ball back. 1st and 10 at Denver's 12. 2 minutes and 52 seconds left to go. Oh, wait. It was ruled a fumble. Jarrett Stidham sacked Denver's 13 for negative 20 yards. Recovered by New England Ponder at Denver's 12. Wow. This is what I'm talking about when I don't like the fact that I can't watch the game. I don't have CBS. It's a huge play. Huge play before the end of the first half. All right, 2nd and 4, Denver 6. 2 minutes, 52 seconds left to go. New England driving. Drake May pass short to Boot. Denver 6 for 6 yards. Yeah, this is where they get it in. All right, 1st and 10 at Denver's 15, 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. Drake May up the middle, 6 yards, touchdown. Drake May. These young quarterbacks are so good. Well, I'm not talking about Jared Stidham, but Drake May, Bo Nix, very good. Okay. All right. It's been a game. It's been a game. I will admit, I was wrong. I was proved wrong. I thought the Patriots were going to come out and roll early. But the Broncos still have plenty of time. The Broncos have plenty of time to get down the field and score before the end of the first half. So we will see if they can do that. That's for sure. See if we have any current updates as far as the coaching hires are concerned. The Eagles denied permission to interview Cowboys offensive coordinator Clayton Adams. Arthur Smith is off the board for some teams who were interested in him. Ohio State hired Arthur Smith. Cheese and rice. Bologna sandwiches, bro. It's already a mess. Things are already not going the way that the Eagles thought that they would go. Like, you can just tell. You can just tell. It looks like every coach hiring process for the Philadelphia Eagles every single time. Every single time. Nick Sirianni head coach hiring process looked like this. The Kellen Moore coaching hire looked like this. Like, I'm just not impressed. It just leads me to think that, like, they just don't know what they're actually looking for. That's what it leads me to think. But I'm personally leaning towards Declan Doyle. You know, I honestly just don't like, regardless of him not having experience. Like, I'm on board with the high risk, high reward. You know, at this point, I just am, and I trust Ben Johnson's coaching tree more than I do Nick Sirianni's coaching tree. But let's get back to the game, shall we? 1st and 10 at Denver's 35. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first half. See what we got. 2nd and 10 after an incomplete pass by Jarrett Stidham. Starting to look like a backup, dude. Starting to look like a backup. He's actually not playing that bad. He's 8 for 15. I mean, 53%, 84 yards and a touchdown. He's got 3 rushing for 15 yards and a fumble. Yeah, he's starting to look like a backup. Shoot. I still may be right when it comes to my prediction. Like, it is very possible that Patriots could come out in the second half of this game and roll. But you know. We will just have to see. All right. Jarrett Stidham pass short left to Ronald Harvey to Denver's 45 for 10 yards. First and 10, Denver's 45, 1:58 left to go. That's going to be the 2-minute mark. 2-minute warning. Let's see what these guys can do. Can Denver drive down the field and get another score? All right, here we go. As I said before, I'm only streaming the first half of this game. I've got things to do, places to be. But I do appreciate all of you joining in with me today, obviously in my stream earlier and just during this brief 1/2 live stream of the AFC Championship game between the New England Patriots and Denver Broncos. We will certainly see what goes on from here. And then I'll obviously be back with you guys tomorrow as well to continue to talk about the OC search, you know, whether or not getting closer to hiring an offense coordinator or not. But I have a feeling it's going to come. It's going to come tomorrow. The hiring. I feel like it's going to come tomorrow. I think reports are going to heat up like later tonight. I just have a feeling. I got a feeling. Or maybe Charlie Weiss Jr. is in play for the Philadelphia Eagles. And maybe that's what's going on. First and 10, Jarrett Stidham pass incomplete deep to Humphrey. Second and 10 at Denver's 45. Talked about this game so far. Ooh. Jarrett Stidham sacked at Denver's 37 for -8 yards. Christian Barmore with the sack. Timeout number 1 by New England. Wow. That could be huge. 3rd and 18, Denver's 37. Plenty of time left before the end of the first half. Plenty of time left. 3rd and 18, Denver's 37. 1:50 left to go in the second quarter. 3rd and 18. All right, here we go. All right, 4th and 6 at Denver's 49. Minute 42 left to go in the game, in the first half. Timeout number 2 by New England. They're going to try and get this ball back and drive down the field. And it would be huge for them if they could get at least a field goal. Denver gets if the Patriots get a field goal, and then they get the ball to start the third quarter, and then they go down and score a touchdown. This is a 17-7 ball game. That's how quickly momentum can swing during an NFL game. That's how quickly it can swing. First and 10 at New England's 10. Wow, that's a great punt. It's a great punt. Crawshaw punted it 41 yards to New England's 10. They've got to go at least 60 yards right now to get a field goal. Okay, they're just gonna run out the clock. They're just gonna run out the clock. I thought they were gonna be a little bit more aggressive than that. 3rd and 5, 15, 106 left to go. See, I'm not like that. I understand protecting the ball before the end of the first half, but like me, I wanna go get more points. I want to go get more points. You know, I gotta show faith. Like if I were an offensive coordinator or head coach, I would show more faith in the guys. Show more faith in my guys to go down the field and score before the end of the first half. I don't care if there's 50 seconds left to go, a minute left to go, 2 minutes left to go. Like don't use 2 of your 3 timeouts on defense to get the ball back, and then on your very first play, run the fucking ball. Absolutely I hate that. I hate that series of plays by the Patriots. 3rd and 5. Okay. It's 4th and 2, and New England is taking Denver is taking their 3rd timeout. Why? Probably because Sean Payton knows that he's got a minute left to go in the game, and maybe he'll be a little bit more aggressive with those final 57 seconds. Not the game, but in the first half anyway. Now you're just seeing ineptness. Now you're just seeing ineptness. I think the Broncos are going to win this game because of Sean Payton. That's what I think. But I do think that the Patriots have the talent and to very much still make this a blowout game. But anyway, I gotta peace out. I got some things to do, some errands to run, some places to be. But hey, I appreciate everybody who did join me today. It's DB Talking Now, DB Talking Birds, DB Talking Philadelphia Eagles. I will be back on tomorrow. So yeah, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell whenever you do want updates or anything like that. We will be bringing Eagles NFL news to you daily. All right, peace out. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Go Birds.